And welcome to aromatherapy. I just want to check in with you guys on this Friday evening and see what kind of messages Spirit wants to share. I got me some new decks. Which deck? Which deck seems to be calling to me? Uh-oh. Family. Out the gate. I'll shuffle my cards. I've been shuffling them all morning, kind of. Let me. I don't like this without this. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. I already got family, fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. I would normally do my regular deck, but I wanted to try something with this new deck and see what energy might come out underlying the reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I won't be taking any of this deck in reverse. We got exhaustion, withdrawal, confessions, and loyalty. Right out the gate, I feel like some of you have recently and in the past been sort of overwhelmed by family responsibilities. Now, this could be parenthood itself. It could be just being overburdened by your family. Say you have elder parents and you are possibly taking care of them. Say you are a mother or a father and you may be a single mother or father. And I only say that because of this exhaustion card. So this is kind of the energy of a parent that does everything, that's constantly on the go, constantly in the hustle and bustle of life. And you either are about to get an opportunity to withdraw, or you've recently been given an opportunity to withdraw. And I think within that energy, you have found some clarity. Excuse me. You found some clarity. And with that clarity, feeling the need to maybe express not only how stressful this has been, but maybe also the truth of what led to this. So if this is a single parent, you're finally being willing to discuss how hard it's been balancing a family with your everyday life. And this may have been something that you weren't willing to speak of in the past. This may have been something that you kind of had under wraps, maybe out of pride, maybe out of fear of rejection or judgment. I know it's not really hard to be, a single parent. It's not really hard to be the responsible one in the family who may be taking care of parents or siblings or people within your family. But during this time of withdrawal, which this kind of reminds me of the Hermit card, you've had a chance to look within and to kind of, and this card says single too, so this could definitely be a single parent. But if this is not a single parent situation, you've had an opportunity to identify through just taking some time to look within, kind of the truth of the situation and how this has really affected you. With the loyalty card, I believe that you, again, after coming out of such chaotic energy, when you're constantly on the go, you don't really get a chance to clear your mind. So your thinking can be all over the place. You could have sleepless nights. You could be confused, kind of blind to the truth. But through withdrawal and you actually giving yourself a time to kind of clear your mind and quiet your mind, what you're realizing is not only once you verbalize what you've been going through and how you feel and maybe the struggle and maybe the help you need, you're gonna find not only that the universe supports you and has your back and can help, but I feel like you're going to find a trusting companion or a friend or somebody to help kind of shoulder the responsibilities. All right, we got the Knight of Cups coming out. Yeah, there's somebody in your energy. Look, and I called the Hermit, and here it comes. There's somebody in your energy that you may not have been aware has your back. So many cards coming out. Okay, we got the Five of Cups again. So this kind of energy on the bottom of the deck is kind of underlying the energy of the reading is you kind of maybe thinking of things and how they were before you became responsible for a family, responsible for children or parents. This is kind of a young energy. You may have thought that, you know, family was going to be easy. You may have thought that you would be married. You may have thought that everything would sort of come together once you found yourself in a happy partnership. You may have thought that once you got to a certain place in age, that you had more time before you may have needed to look after your parents. But what you quickly realized is that is not necessarily how things were going. You kind of missed the time, you know, when you were free and things weren't so busy. But you're going inside and you're really trying to figure out how to balance that energy out. Okay, we got the Two of Cups in reverse, Judgment in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the King of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely with the Two of Cups in reverse and Judgment in reverse. I believe you misjudged a partnership. You misjudged what the family dynamic for you would look like. Maybe you thought it would be easy again. You thought it would just, you know, kind of just pick up this flow and kind of carry forward. But you've quickly realized, and then you got the Knight of Cups here and the King of Wands here. Somebody may have presented themselves as, you know, a potential soulmate, a potential partner. Here again in this card, you know, they may have presented themselves as someone, this is definitely giving like single parent vibes now, someone that will be there with you through this. And I think what you quickly realized, or maybe not as quickly realized, but begin to understand, is you had misjudged a situation of balanced love. And with the Seven of Swords in reverse, I don't think this was something that was necessarily hidden, but I think it happened very quickly, like a kind of an aha moment. We got the Hermit here and we got Withdrawn here. I think as soon as you had a chance to kind of take a break and look at everything, what you realize is that you had misjudged this from the very beginning. And this may have been a toxic partnership, a toxic fiery energy that presented themselves one way but later showed up to be something completely different. The Wands can represent strong energy, strong sexual energy. The King of Wands can represent a very toxic masculine who uses his pain to kind of you know, dominate and kind of win over women. But this could also just be the energy of something that as quickly as it starts, it fizzles out with the fire sign here. Okay, let's see. Not the Place, Twin Flames, Cosmic Timing. I'm gonna do some more of these actually. Can we clarify the Knight of Cups? Yeah, this was a very unbalanced situation. I think I actually want some more Hidden Heart cards, because I want to see if this is like, you know, single parent, like somebody got you pregnant and you thought everything was cool, and then they just kind of switched up the energy and you found yourself extremely depleted and drained. It says long journey on this card, so you could have been with this person for a while. Six of Cups, clarifying the Knight of Cups. And the Tower in reverse. This is kind of giving the energy of someone that is maybe repeating patterns of the past. Someone who maybe someone who maybe had good intentions, who thought they knew exactly how to be in this energy of parenthood and family, but I think they quickly realized that it's can be sort of like they were never given an example. Okay, so the Six of Cups talks about nostalgia and reconnecting with people. So this could be somebody from your past who wants to come back around and perhaps try to, after you confessed what it was that led you to this place of exhaustion and then to denial, you may have somebody from your past who is looking to reconnect. But I feel like with the Tower in reverse, they don't understand that who they are is something that may have been passed down from generation. So you're talking about generational curses. With the Tower in reverse, it's almost like they're in denial about how heavy this energy was for you. Okay, this is the Tower normally means, you know, things are coming crashing down, unexpected change, but there's still a moment of like, oh shit, this is what I was doing wrong. But when the Tower is in reverse, the Six of Cups is here, and this being the Knight of Cups, I really just believe that this person is not only in denial, but also has this fear of change. Like they might feel like they're losing, you know, whatever created their sense of passion, the sexual drive, whatever they've been clinging to, they have a fear of losing it. Even after you withdrew, even after you confessed, and they may have you know, claimed that they had a certain sense of loyalty to you, but with the Tower in reverse, it's just not looking like this person is willing to accept how exhausted you are, your need for alone time. Because that's another thing about withdrawing. Withdrawing is being able to sort of, you know, sit everything down, go and spend some time by yourself and kind of recuperate, regroup, almost like so I do see the Hermit card. They both kind of look the same to me, but this is also giving the energy of the Four of Swords. Okay, so I feel like this person presented themselves, once you expressed to them, once you withdrew and identified that you were suffering, and probably suffering in silence because it was non-stop. So, you know, we get so used to the hustle and bustle of everyday life that people don't realize how draining and tired we can become. So we forced ourselves, or you forced yourselves to withdraw. In that withdrawal, you were able to identify some things that were really imbalanced, right? Decided to confess this to whatever parties were involved. What you thought you would get out of them was loyalty, but what you actually got was a reminder of how you misjudged this situation from the beginning. That's why the Tower is in reverse, because this isn't something new. This isn't a deception or betrayal. This is you lying to yourself because really just a lack of knowing. You know, there's a bit of a mirror energy here, because I feel like this person didn't really know what they were getting into, but neither did you. Okay, there could be secrets, taking on more than your fair share. This could also be related to, it's definitely given like parenthood, but this could also be related to, you know, where siblings find themselves kind of in the moment of having to take care of their parents, and there's multiple siblings, but only one person is really being responsible, and it can be overwhelming. It could do more damage than good. This is also given like, I'm surprised this loyalty card, well, I wouldn't have read it in reverse anyway, but almost like an imposter syndrome type of vibe. Because you thought if you withdrew and kind of held your energy back and withheld your energy, that it would allow you an opportunity to speak freely, and that some type of loyalty would be birthed out of this. Somebody would feel your pain or understand where you was coming from. But that's not what happened. You realize that you've been misjudging this situation from the beginning, and you probably had a toxic partner on your hands. Someone that used their thing, you know, to kind of make people think that they were in love, to make people think that they were gonna to just kind of come in like this knight in shining armor. But ultimately, this person's has recreated and sustained toxic patterns that have been in their family for a while. So this is like growing up without a father, and then you fathering children and not being there for your children, or growing up without a mother and then you too not being around as a mother. But I feel like where we get confused at is if we don't do the exact thing our parent did that left, you know, that caused the opposite parent to be a single parent, then we're different. But that's not the case. You know, if you're creating single parent households, you creating single parent households. It doesn't actually matter why or you know what happened. What matters is what's in the present. And I think this person is kind of in denial about them being perhaps like their parent or grandparent. I feel like this is just a generational curse that hasn't been broken. This idealized perception of it being easy to be a parent, easy to have a family, and it can be quite exhausting, especially if it's unbalanced love. You know, the Two of Cups is all about two people, one person pouring into one cup and having the same love poured into their cup from the opposite person. But with it in reverse, these are a lot of cards of things being imbalanced. Things being imbalanced. All right, let's go back to the... All right, what do you want to say to the collective, Spirit? How do they move forward with their understanding of their circumstances? How do they move forward knowing now that they know? Finality, leaving behind closure and rejection, abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. I feel like you're closing out this cycle. I feel like you have decided to kind of leave behind this imbalanced energy within your family dynamic. I feel like the partner or the family members, whoever you're leaving behind, they feel rejected and they feel abandoned, but that energy mimics this energy. Again, if it's a curse of saying a fatherless home or a motherless home, of course they will feel abandoned and rejected, because this is what they came with from their childhood. They came to the relationship with abandonment issues, feeling dismissed in the past, having irrational fears about the success or failure of this, because maybe they did want to create something new, but because they didn't know how to, or what work it actually took, the very thing they feared is what they created. The very thing they feared is what they created. And that clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty, this is given Ace of Swords. And we got emotional storm, turmoil, unstable and affected. Yeah, this is bothering them. You know, the hope when something like this comes to an end is that this emotional storm is what they need to change, what they actually need to heal, this ending. But you can tell this person, they were happy, and they really thought that they were gonna come in like a knight in shining armor, but they kind of missed they didn't understand how much work it takes to have a family and sustain a family. It's not like the world is necessarily, you know, supporting marriage and healthy families and healthy individuals. So I don't think they understood the work that it takes. I think the clarity is yours. I think the emotional storm is theirs. Clarify, clarity, Spirit. Yeah, this person is with, even with this King of Wands here, and we've got the Five of Cups out again and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think this person is, even though they're still in their King of Wands energy, meaning they'll continue to use their thing to kind of hide from, okay, hide from the truth of themselves being stuck and imbalanced and not necessarily loyal, but they'll have, you know, in the back of their mind what they lost, you know, what they're missing. Whoever this is, this person is really feeling the loss of you, and they just might not understand what happened. But I think what you realize is that by freeing yourself from this, you're giving you an opportunity, but also them an opportunity, because I feel like as long as you stay in an imbalanced connection, nobody's getting the opportunity that they need to heal. So where the Nine of Cups might, you know, be this, you know, kind of energy of like, I don't need anybody, I get everything I need. This is a spiritual and an emotional energy of like, I can do bad by myself, I can do better by myself, I can do good by myself, I can figure this out on my own. But it also is giving this person an opportunity to do the exact same thing. But I don't think they see it like that. I think they see it again as rejection. They see it as being left out in the cold. They see it as you know, another failed opportunity at love. I think the best thing we can do also is to, you know, disconnect from people who have consequences that don't necessarily align with your consequences. You know, when it comes to your actions. If you were family oriented and you was doing all the work and you had to make yourself withdraw in order to be honest about how you were feeling or how loyal you've been to an unloyal or a disloyal partner, you know, that's you clearing out your karma. Because once you know better, it is required that you, on certain levels, do better. But if you don't, then whatever karma, whatever curses is put on your partner, all of that affects you. So by freeing yourself from that and not feeling like once it was over and you made the final decision that you were lacking anything, it gives you an opportunity to heal, but it also gives this person, this energy, an opportunity to do the same thing. The choice is just theirs. It's just their choice. They have to decide. They have to decide. Yeah, they have to decide. Yeah, this is, I feel like this energy is somebody that is just very used to getting their way, getting away with things. Actually, let's go to our twin flame deck. I feel like this person is just, they hadn't experienced anybody like you in the past. And they were kind of really banking on their charm to be enough to kind of sustain the relationship. And they are sorry. Look at this, the turmoil and the unstable and affected. They are sorry. I'm sorry for the pain I've caused you. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me the most. I wanted to be there to comfort you, but I was afraid of letting you down. So again, even when a person is like, I want to be the parent I didn't have, or I want to be this, based on them trying to be the opposite of what they grew up, if you're not super aware of the responsibility it takes to actually transmute that energy, you'll end up doing the exact same thing. And a lot of times, being afraid is what creates the energy. You were afraid of letting the person down. You weren't confident you wouldn't. Those are two different energies. And hopefully that's what that person has learned. Is if you have a energy of fear, then you're going to attract that energy. If you have an energy of confidence, then that's what you're going to attract also. Healing. I'm healing pain from my past. I am working on letting it go so I can be free to fully love you. Your love gives me hope as I am healing my past and childhood trauma. I just want you to send me love and healing energy. So this is a person that understands, you know, why you had to leave them behind. It's not necessarily easy, but they understand it enough to accept it. Okay? I don't think they're necessarily asking for you to take them back, because with this card here, it's obvious that there's closures, that you're leaving them behind and move forward. But what they're asking is that in the future, when they heal themselves, that maybe you guys can be friends. You know, maybe they can come back and be a better parent. But ultimately, you know, they're going through it. Because I think when you free them by confessing, by withdrawing, or excuse me, freed yourself by confessing and withdrawing, they were free too, whether they wanted to be or not. They know they didn't get to keep faking and being deceitful about the actual status of the relationship. They had to actually be sitting and stuck with the truth. One more. Illusions. I may be quiet right now, but you are always on my mind. Remember that is separation is an illusion. We are always together. We are drawn together by faith. Trust your intuition. I'm working hard behind the scenes to heal and reach out to you soon. Stay strong for me. I'm coming back home. Again, I don't think that this is an energy that you're accepting in regards to them coming back into your life in an intimate way. If this is a family situation and you guys have kids, I think what they're saying is they're really trying to figure their shit out and come out of the state of illusion so that they can be there as a parent, so that they can be whoever it is that they intended to be from the beginning. They have to go do the work so that they can actually come back and be who they're supposed to be and get out of this illusion of like, I can just be a knight in shining armor and fuck my way to love and sustain it. Like, you can get to it, but you can't sustain it. Okay? Follow your bliss. I feel good when I know you are happy. Do something that you enjoy today. Feelings of joy and hope will bring us closer to our journey and put you at ease. Yeah, this is your energy, collective. This is, I think, the universe telling you that happiness attracts happiness, healing attracts healing. You may have thought you were healed in this relationship, but I think what you realize is you still have some healing to do too. But this exhaustion and withdrawal and confessions tells me that at some point you realized there was just some shit that still needed to be healed, and the only way for you to heal it is to withdraw from this connection. Finally withdraw and completely sever it, and then to kind of confess your sins, confess, you know, where you may have been wrong, confess where you may have ignored signs, confess where you may have been stuck. You know, it's not always how we start, it's how we end. And the universe and God and the divine just work in mysterious ways. And I think a lot of people get caught up in the illusions of love, thinking that it's going to be easy, not realizing that it is work. It takes a lot of work. And all the work falls on one person if you don't have a partner that's willing to fill your cup up while you're filling up theirs. So you could have been an overgiver too, collective. You could have been the type, and that's why they thought they could seduce you, basically, is because you already were an overgiver. All they had to do was dick you down, and then all of a sudden they thought they could have their will and their way. But eventually you got depleted. You might have got pregnant, kids might have been involved, and if something tired you out, something was like, okay, yeah, the dick is good, but I am tired. I'm probably too tired to have sex. Okay, because there's a constant hustle and bustle. I am on the go 24/7. This may have been like a last resort for you to withdraw, but it was all you needed, not only for you to confess to the universe, but for you to finally be able to hear what the universe has to say to you. That's where you found your loyalty at, is in the universe kind of saying, I'm here, I've always been here, here's a nice little flower. You can believe in me. What you believe to be is true. That's really what's happening. And so from there, you had to kind of decide, you know, that this was something that wasn't in the best interest for you at the time. And in order to be able to come out of that depleted energy, you needed to close it out. Close out the cycle, close out the relationship, close out the energy that kept you in this stuck and unfulfilled place where you seem to be doing all the work. All right, collective, I hope that helps. Enjoy your weekend.